So if I poke you.
Yeah, please don't poke me. I don't like it. You poke me.
Yeah.
Or just tap me on the foot or something, not in the ribs.
So you don't need to turn around when I do it. It means reaction.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing the same. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another fun and hopefully action-packed video with me and Mr. Frog. Let's try that again, this time with an actual microphone. Hi, guys. Welcome in. Starting a bit late, says JJ. Yeah, by a minute, because I was sorting out the music. Leave me alone, cut me some slack. Welcome, one and all, to another live stream with me, Mr. Frog, and the other half.
Hello.
Yeah. So today we're going to be painting up this bad boy. He's a little on the bright side. I'm going to try and just alter the light ever so slightly. Tut tut tut. Get away with you. Hunter, welcome in. Keith, good to have you in as well, buddy. That's not going to work like that. Let's do this instead. So, I've been working on this guy today. Do you know what? I found out this guy is 10 years old. So, he's the limited edition runt bot for Forge World Open Day back in 2010. So, I'm going to be working on him.
Yo, paint lickers.
Word up, original. Welcome in, my man. Welcome. Good stuff. So, what I'm going to be doing is just working on. I'm doing the black and white. What I've been trying to do with this guy is, let's just move that over ever so slightly so you can see. What it might be worth doing actually on this is, I'm just going to.
5 minutes for people to actually join the chat.
Yeah, we could do that as well. I mean, why not?
MDH, hi.
Hello, MDH. How's it going, matey?
Hi. MDH says, look at that handsome fella. And you too, Mr. Frog.
Oh, yes. I'm just going to pull the zoom out ever so slightly on it so you guys can see a bit more.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Jay.
There we go.
Been cleaning and cooking today. That's the life of Mrs. Frog.
Hopefully that's going to be a little better for us. So I'm using the wrong brush for starters. So this guy has about 3 or 4 different photos online. That's about it. So there's no real reference photos in terms of how to go about painting this. So I've had to kind of make it up. No, wrong brush. It is, mate. It is. I'm painting with size 1s. This is I'm trying a new brush here, as opposed to my Opus Artist Opus brushes, so I don't wreck them. This is Green Stuff World's Gold brand or Gold series, #1 brush.
Hey, Jeans.
See how that would be going on. Jeans, yes, buddy. Welcome in, my man.
MDH, we're both good, thank you. I've been taking good care of Mr. Frog today. He's not had to do any of the cooking or cleaning. Thanks, Jay.
I've been working my ass off. I've been painting. I've done about an hour's worth of recordings on this guy, ready for a new video. I've been sorting out the charity stuff as well for the British Legion, getting ready for the Warlord Games commission. Well, it's not really a commission from them. They're giving me the models and I'm painting them up for the Poppy Appeal British Army that we're doing. We've got, don't know whether you Americans saw, Captain Tom Moore, now Sir Tom Moore, raised 30 million for charity, and it was over that by the end of it. And so Warlord Games did a special commission model of him, and I'm going to have the honour of painting that up as well. So I'm going to be painting that guy up, and along with all the other stuff, and then it's going to get auctioned off for the British Legion. So I've been sorting out all the charity stuff today, so I have been doing work.
So he's done all that basically, guys, but he's not picked up the mop.
Hey, Mrs. Ritz.
Yes, Mrs. Ritz, welcome in. So yeah, I've been doing all that charity stuff. I've also sorted out my Xbox link with the computer, so I can now stream and record games, which is fantastic. So I'm going to be able to do the Necromunda when it comes out, the Necromunda game, which is going to be awesome. So I've been a busy bee. Kick ass and chew bubble gum, but you're all out of gum. Yeah, I prefer to kick gum and chew ass. Perfect. So the stream tonight, boys and girls, as always, is for Wednesdays and Thursdays at least. I'm going to be painting this bad boy, but if you guys have an Ask Me Anything, you guys have any questions or anything like that, then please let us know, and I can run you through some hints, tricks, and tips to ease your hobby woes. Yeah, I saw JJ. You were you sent the photo through of you pre-ordering it. So hopefully we can organise something on Discord and get a tournament going or something like that. They've only got 3 gangs to start off with: the Orcs, the Orlocks, the Goliaths, and the Escher. But they will be upgrading those, I'm sure, and bringing out more as DLCs.
MDH wants to know when you're starting up the OnlyFans. I think he wants to see cleavage.
I don't know. I don't think anybody would want to see that, to be fair. I don't think anybody would pay to see that, to be fair.
So Jay says, how would you do oil spill effect? And did you know that you can get Discord on Xbox?
Yes, I knew you could. Yeah, I found that out today in terms of that. I'll show you how to do oil spill effects, because I've got on the base, I'm going to be doing a load of that, so we can do that now if you want. All of my rust effects and chipping that we did on that Space Marine with the 4 different stages of battle damage, that's going to be going into this model. So all 4 of those effects will be going into this model, but I'll be doing loads of spillage and dirt effects and that sort of thing as well. So I'm just doing the black on here at the moment, and then I'll show you how to do oil stains. There's a couple of different ways, but they all use contrast, which is dead good and dead easy. I'll show you. So what I'm doing is just painting in the base colours, and then we're going to highlight and work our way through from there. I can always come back to this.
So Jay said, so you're going to do the oily pearlescent effect, haha, but I don't really know what the haha is for. I'm missing something.
Right, you want the oily pearlescent effect. That's a little harder to do. By a little harder, I mean I'm not 100% sure how to do like the pearlescent effect on there. I've got a couple of ways that you could do it using the colour change paints, and we can have a play with that if you want. I don't mind. Let me just get the black done on here first. Right. We'll leave that for the moment. Okay, so fact, sorry, I say we'll leave it. I've done that side. Let me just do this side of the claw real quick. So the way you would normally do like the the oil stains and stuff, you wouldn't necessarily do the pearlescent side of things. You can use medium, and the old school way of doing it was medium and washes, and doing like a medium wash, so a bit of a thicker viscosity wash on there. But now the contrast paints are out, they work really well for doing that sort of stuff. So I'm going to be using the contrast paints on it in order to do it. So I'm just going to pick a patch and we'll work on that. Let's just finish off this claw real quick. Use up the paint. Waste not, want not, and all that jazz.
So Mrs. Ritz says, regarding pearlescent, could you do a Vallejo silver over a white?
Yes. The problem with that is it's still going to be white, and obviously with oil stains, they're quite, well, they are black by nature, with then the pearlescence over the top. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways that I think would work. So you're wanting that black, well, the blacky brown undertone, and so I think the contrast paints are going to be the best way to go for that. There we go. We've got the white to still do on the claw and on around there.
Bunter says, for 10 minutes I've shaded administrating grey with administrating grey. Jack Groder, hi!
That's pretty good going.
Yo.
Yo, Jack. Mr. Groder, Jack's turn. Okay, so let's pick a spot. So we're going to do this part here, around here. And what we want is we want to do rust effects on there, and then we also want to do the like the oil stains and stuff. So with the oil stains a little bit higher, let's have a look. We want something that's going to be oily by nature. I'm going to have those rusted. That's going to be rusted, so it's going to be very rusted from the bottom. Oil streaks and stains. Okay, I have an idea. Let's do it on. We'll go ahead and do it on the bottom part here. So as you can see, I mean, that's all that's had is a bit of black wash on there, but it's still super shiny, and that's because I've been using null oil gloss on there. Sometimes my genius frightens me. Yes. Right, okay, so we're going to start off, we're going to be using all of the contrast paints. Sorry, we're going to be using all of the contrast paints. So, Snakebite, we're going to go for Agros. That's not Agros. We're going to go for Agros. Here we go. So Snakebite, Agros, and then Black Templars as well. So these are the three paints that I generally tend to use to build up like the dirt and stuff as well. So we're going to want oil stains, oil leaks as it were. So if we're just doing straight black over the top of this, we're not going to use all that much. The black over silver ends up being almost green. It's got a real green hue on it.
See you in a bit, Mrs. Ritz. Have a good day at work.
Have a good day at work.
Calm down.
Yeah. Here we go. Like so. I'm going to come out and up, so around. Yeah, like that. So we're just wanting a nice random pattern, as if the like the oil or the grease or whatever it is just kind of ebbing and flowing out. There we go, and then around this part of the model just here as well. So we want like old grease. So as the grease collects more, grease, as we all know, so oil is yellow in nature. Yep, and then as it gets dirtier, it turns darker and darker. So let me show you something. So if we're wanting fresh oil, there's nothing better than Agros Dunes. Agros Dunes has got a very yellow hue to it. So as we're going through, can you guys? Yeah, you can. So as we're going through here, we're going to be shading these joints with that agros dune. So all of these pistons are going to have like fresh grease and grime on them, and if the light's picking that up, it gives it like a really light yellowy brown hue to it. It's really nice. Do just around here as well. Paintbrush keeps on guiding me into the black there. Don't know why.
I'm awake, original.
Did you guys hear a yawn?
No, MDH just said that doesn't know, because Hunter asked whether other people paint during the stream. MDH said that he doesn't because he not long had dinner, and I said that we have to stream straight after dinner. #sleepy, and that's when original was told me to wake up.
Ah, right, gotcha. Yeah, she just yawned. I don't know whether you guys caught that on the stream. Hilarious. So the first coat of this is always the lightest, and then you can just kind of build it up from there. So we're not wanting to go all the way up on there. Probably about 2/3 of the way up. And then like a tide mark, so the further up the cleaner it is, because the less it's used, but the further towards the base of the piston, the more it's been used, therefore the grimier and dirtier it's going to be. So we're doing the same here. And then it's the same with the... You're going to start me off if you carry on. My God. Can you guys hear her?
I did it behind my hoodie this time.
I want to. I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. And then we're going to do the same on these cogs as well. So we're going in.
Graham Ransom finally made it onto YouTube stream. We've missed you over on Insta.
Hey.
So what's your Insta handle, Graham? So we hopefully recognise you.
My apologies, Graham. Yes, I got in Insta jail, didn't I, a couple of weeks back? And so we've changed over in the meantime onto here.
It means we can have longer streams as well and stuff. So.
Yeah, we're not tied down.
Miniature Life Crisis.
Oh, fantastic. Hello.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the fold.
Wake me up before you go, because I'm not planning on going solo.
Oh, that's fantastic. Hunter's just piling on the starts of songs for Mrs. Frog to sing now. Here we go. So all this is just grease and grime, and we're just adding the details in. In terms of oil stains, obviously that one's now dried, so it's just a flat matte blacky green. Now we can go in with the agros, and we're going to do the same again. Just go over the top of it, and it's now got like the black is a darker hue, and then it's got this yellowy grime over the top of it.
Wake me up inside, wake me up inside, call my name and save me from the dark.
Yeah, go wifey, go.
Oh, I don't know, wake up, Rage Against the Machine. Oh, no, do you mean, wake up, grab a brush and put a little makeup, had discussed to find a way to shake up, wait, lead to kiss up the table.
Want to.
Little fable.
Want to.
It's not Rage Against the Machine, it's,
Go on, wife.
Jiggy.
Go on, wife. What is it? I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to.
Sister down.
Yeah, well done. YouTube gets ready to copyright strike both of us. Hell No.
Charles Webb. I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Oh, you other brothers can't deny. When the girl walks in with the itty bitty waist and the round thing in your face, you get sprung.
Oh, overly British System of a Down.
Well, we can't help it. Oh, I messed that one up there.
NTB trying. Hi.
Howdy, not there. Perfect.
British sewed.
Right. I kind of got lost in amongst this whilst we were doing that. What were we doing? We were doing the oil stains, that's right. So it's just building up the textures on here. Oh man, I've got that in my head again. I watched a YouTube video last night with one woman on a cello playing Inspector Gadget with 8 different cellos at the same time. It was like a layered amalgamation of it, and I haven't been able to shift it out of my head since. So, to answer your question, Sinister, now this is dry, I'm going to give it one more coat. This is how I would do oil stains. It's the Black Templar and Agros Dunes contrast laid over the top of each other to give like a mottled effect. You can go one stage further with I don't think any of the paints, the color shift paints, would work over the top of it, and it's not something that I'm willing to try on that model. Let me get a scrap of plasticard. Oh god, that's just blanked the screen now. This is plasticard, for those of you who don't know. Let's have a play. So this is what I use for my modelling when I'm doing my orcs.
That's where my kitchen scissors have gone.
Yeah, I stole her kitchen scissors.
And my hairdryer. And my tweezers.
Yep, you don't mind, do you, love?
And my nail varnish remover.
Yep. No, that's my own nail varnish remover now.
Hey, Gigi.
Yo, Gigi. Oh, right. Pearlescence and pearlescent effects. I'm not going straight over the black. I'm just going to put a base colour down. Let's try this. Right, Bob time.
Bob!
Hey Chris, how's it going, my man? Best place to find cheap plasticard? I don't know. I bought mine from a little local railway shop that was going out of business about 7 years ago, and I have like drawers and drawers full of the stuff. Probably easy to show you on the mini cam. Like, yeah, I have loads of it. But probably mail. Either, where would you go? Yeah, hobby shops, railway shops, that sort of thing. Or online. I'm sure there's Plasticard World or something that does it. Bear with 2 moments. Let me just have a quick Google search for you. Ooh, do you know who does do it? Apparently Green Stuff World do it. Or modelscenerysupplies.co.uk. There we go. Plastic Cards UK. I'm sure there's going to be, like, Amazon do it as well. So there's loads of places nowadays that do it. Loads and loads. Right. So we're going to go in with the black. So we've done the dark silver, we've done the black contrast. Not a problem, Sinister. What's the favourite model I've ever painted? My Celestine. The one that took me about 2.5 months to do. Definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, she was an absolute challenge, a labour of love. I did her about 15 years ago. She's the original metal one before they did the fine cast and before they did the plastic one. Yeah, everybody go follow Nana Monkey as well.
Whoop whoop, Nana Monkey.
Because that doesn't look dodgy at all. Right, here we go. So, let's just switch brushes out. So this is the pearlescent paint. Yeah, it's just looking... Doesn't look right. It's got too much of a blue hue on there. Maybe some actual proper pearlescent paint, but it's not doing what it needs to. It needs to show all the colours of the rainbow. All the colours of the rainbow. Yeah, it's not showing it right. Okay, so I wouldn't do that. I don't know how to get the rainbow effect of the oils. There we go. You've got me stumped. Other than doing like a full colour shift, like Green Stuff will do a holographic style. All the colours of the wind. There we go. Not all the colours of the rainbow. Yeah, they do. Just 2 seconds so I can think. Green Stuff will do a holographic paint, but I don't think that's the one you want either. So I don't know how you get the like the mirror sheen on the of the oil stain. We tried.
How high does the sycamore grow?
You guys have got her on now.
Cut it down, then you'll never know.
Any other questions in terms of models?
Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or asked it something bobcat while he sings? Na 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 na, the voices of the mountain. Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? I have on your earth and still all you won't is up until you can paint with all the colors of the wind. Do, 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 do.
Fire and heart emoji there, Mrs. Frog. You've got fans. By way of hands.
Stop the models, does Mrs. Frog host karaoke?
Yeah. Fine, be like that. See if I can.
You can't afford to be sued by Disney. No, we really can't.
I love Mrs. Frog to bits, but I doubt she sounds very much like the original song. She's more doing her own freestyle. That's my Disney copyright waiver.
Original says, I'm about to buy contrast paints, and they say I have to choose 5. Which 5 should I get, as I'm new to contrast paints?
Right, 100% you want the black. So the black contrast paint works brilliantly. The next one you want to buy is Snakebite. because that's really good for all the cloths. Obviously, you're painting predominantly D&D stuff. Speaking of which, my D&D should be here by Friday. Yeah, so if you're painting predominantly D&D stuff, you want the black for base set in your blacks. You want the snakebite leather because that's like your browns. You want Agros Dunes as well. And the Agros Dunes is good for bone. That's what I use for bone. So those are the three that I use predominantly. After that, probably want the skin tone one as well. Forgive me for not knowing the name of it off the top of my head. Let's just have a quick look. Anyone else know what the skin tone is? Try and beat me to it.
Jay says Black Templar, Flesh Tearers, Snakebite Leather, Agros Dunes, and Glimmin Flesh.
Glimmin Flesh, there we go. Yep, that's the one. So,
DJ says, please say Apothecary White. It's the first and only one I bought.
An Apothecary White, of course. No, Apothecary White is pretty damn cool. I've got Gore Grunter Fur that I've never used. Let's see. Yeah, so definitely Gilliman's Flesh. I do use the Apothecary White for greys, believe it or not. But aside from that, yeah, the Snakebite Leather, Agros Dunes, Abaddon Black, Gilliman Flesh, and then whatever your fifth choice of colour is, whichever colour, like actual colour you use a lot. That would be my honest opinion.
Venom, what are you raging at?
Who's raging?
Venom.
Such raging Daka. No, he's talking about me model.
Oh.
Such raging Daka. Yeah, man, this guy's going to look so thick when we're finished. So I was stuck in terms of how to go about painting this guy because there's no colour schemes or anything for it. So what I decided to do is the same that I did for my big orc knight that I did. So I painted it in the base coat colours that I wanted to paint it in to make sure that all the colours sat right. And then after, so this is in terms of like colour composition for putting models together. So you want to have your main colour or main two colours. After that, a couple of accent colours, and then some spot colours. So there's your base there we go. Your base colours, your accent colours, and your spot colours. Your base colours are what sets the tone for the whole model. So in this guy's case, it's the silver and the red and yellow combined. Yeah. So the red and yellow combined is one colour, and then the silver is the second base colours. After that, then this silver here is going to be white in a second. Same with this. So these are my accent colours. So my accent colours are black and white. And then my spot colours, I'm going to do the eyes, the glowy green, and then on his backpack here, he's got a power coil that's going to be done in the blue. And those are the spot colours. So when you look at the model as a whole and you take a step back, what you see predominantly is the silver and then the red and the yellow. And then the closer you look at the model, you have the black and the white showing up as accent colours, like here and there, as a whole composition. And then finally, your eyes drawn to the spot colours. So you want those three scales to match. You don't want any one of those to be overpowering, and they all need to be on the same tone and the same contrast plane. So this is talking about colour theory. So my red and yellow works, but then I wouldn't want to introduce a primary blue into there, so something like an ultramarines blue, because that would be too overpowering. So at the moment, in terms of, let me get my colour wheel out, and let's talk about colour theory for a sec. So this is my Green Stuff World colour chart. So at the moment, our primary colours, we're on this side of the spectrum here. So for my primary colours, I don't want anything on this side of the spectrum here. But what I do instead want is my spot colours to be from this side here. So we've got our base colours, and they're going to be on the red and yellow spectrum, and then anything else in between is kosher, because it's going to complement those. In terms of my base, so that's my base colours. In terms of my accent colours, I'm keeping those neutral with just blacks and whites. And then my spot colours, I'm going to choose to be on the opposite side of the spectrum. So I'm going to have the blue glowy plasma coil, and then like either a teal green or a green green for the eyes. So as you look at the whole model, it's all tied together. There's no colours that are clashing, and it all sits pretty. So it all looks like it all ties in together. So that's what you're going to see by the end of this. So this model here is going to have like the spot colours of the eyes is the green glowy bit, and then the blue plasma coil, and everything else is going to be mute tones in and around that. And that is a base colour theory talk. I mean, I can talk more in depth. I could do a whole hour thing if you guys wanted me to, in terms of matching and clashing colours and different tonal scales and that sort of thing. But that gives you a brief idea into my head as what I'm looking at for colour composition on this. Does that make sense? In fact, does anybody have any questions in regards to that? Just pop that back up there. I don't know whether I've talked. Yeah, makes sense. Good. I don't know whether I've not talked in depth about like colour theory, but then I don't know how well versed you guys are in terms of colour theory either. So I don't want to teach you to suck it.
You know what, guys? I think this frog fella knows what he's on about.
I just make it up. I'm sitting here blagging to you. No, I'm joking. I do actually know what I'm talking about, but yeah, it's all fun and games. Anybody got any other questions? I need a paint shaker. That's what I need. Oh, shit.
Don't swear.
I can say shit now. We've been in for 40 minutes. Shit. We've been on for 40 minutes now. We're cool.
Jack Ryder says, what was the red base colour?
So I'm using actual Games Workshop base paints. So I'm using Avalanche Sunset for the yellow, and then I'm also using for the red, I think it's the corn one. Yeah, corn red base. So those are my two base colours. Corn red and Avalanche Sunset. And I'm not highlighting these until I've put all my washes on. So I'm going to be washing this model back down to tie everything in. I'm going to be using Seraphim Sepia, what's it called? Not Caribou Crimson. I'm going to be using the various washes anyway. There we go. I can't remember what the brown washes that I'm going to be using. Not Reikland Fresh Shade. My brain's got a bit squiffy. It's a shade anyway. Oh my god, why can't I think? That's really bad. Yeah, anyway, so I'm going to be using various shades to wash this model down to tie the colours in a little bit more, and then after that point I'll bring it back up. Agrax Earthshade, thank you so much. Yes.
Question from Gigio.
Gigio says, may I ask what you think about recasts? I'm fully aware it's an uncomfortable question, so just feel free to say no. What do I think about recasts? I think exactly the same, and it's not an uncomfortable question at all. I think if you're doing your own recasts, as in if you're not selling them on and you're not buying them off other people and you're just doing your own thing, that's fine. Yeah? So if you're doing it for yourself, not to make profit, but because you genuinely can't afford the Games Workshop product, so, and you want 50 Orc Mega Knobs, like I wanted, but you can't afford £50 for 3, which is extortionate. So you go out and you buy resin casting kit and you make your own, which is what I did. That's absolutely fine. Yep, I made my own Orc Mega Knobs and then I cast them up. If you're going out and you're buying Games Workshop products and then you're going home and you're creating your own casts from them and doing that, I still have a bit of an issue with that, but it's your own stuff and you're making them yourselves. I don't see too much of a harm with that in terms of you making your own and you're not making any profit off it, or you're not buying recasts. If you're buying the recasts from China or other people who make them, but there is a big recast community in China, I have a serious problem with that. Because Games Workshop, Warlord, and the other people who make this wonderful collection of toys that we all play with and paint, yes, they're a business, but that business has to survive and we have to support them. So, it's the same with the content that I produce here on YouTube and Instagram and me spending this time with you. I don't ask you for any money. Yeah, it's all free. And if you want to watch it, brilliant. And if you want to pay for it, brilliant. But I would have serious issues if somebody took this video and other videos that I've done and re-uploaded them and made money off them. Does that make sense? That's kind of the biggest analogy I can bring. So if you make your own toys, yeah, that's the equivalent of you watching this without subscribing or being a Patreon or anything. I got no issues with that. If you buy if you buy the Games Workshop products and then you cast your own stuff, that's like the equivalent of you subscribing or becoming a Patreon. You've got that investment in there, so you can take as much out of it as you want. You're giving some money back. That's cool, yeah. But if you go ahead and like I said, buy the recasts from another website that's not affiliated at all, that I consider as the same as you taking my videos, my IP, and then uploading them for a profit. I have a serious issue with that. So, yeah, that's my own opinion. I mean, I don't know about you guys and what your opinions are on them, but that's mine. I have quite a strong stance on it, because ultimately, if it's the same with 3D printing, it's going to spell the end of the hobby that we know and love, basically. Hunter says, I won't care if people recast Forge World stuff. Buying full squad from me, it's too overpriced. Yeah, but at the same time, mate, if everybody does that, then Games Workshop goes out of business, or Warlord goes out of business, and then we don't have a hobby, because people aren't buying it off them, they're buying it off recast places. So the place closes down because of all the knockoffs.
Exactly, says Venom. So basically, if you're recasting, you're paying Games Workshop for that service and that quality. So if you're recasting, are you necessarily getting that quality?
Yeah, indeed.
Probably wouldn't.
Absolutely. Syndrome, I understand the high price of GW. We want high quality, which has a high price, but you get the same high quality. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. So I can tell you now, because I know I've got mates in GW, that in terms of R&D for a new set of plastic sprues, the molds themselves, the plastic molds, cost hundreds of thousands of pounds. I mean, you know, you're talking serious money for that. £500,000 for, you know, some of the setups that they've got for some of the bigger kits. And so they have to recoup that money. That's not including, you know, the time and effort it took to go ahead and plan that, to make it, to sculpt it, to do all that sort of stuff. And then you get Jimmy Joe knockoff that you go and buy it off instead. So GW aren't getting any of that money back again. So, yeah. Shame. That's my soapbox speech anyway. Don't buy recasts. Recast your own. No, don't do that. Buy off the supplier.
Any other questions to change the topic?
Wife's getting a tad uncomfortable with us getting copyright struck or something. Ooh. I'll have to show you my my Orc Mega Knobs that I made myself and cast up. I green stuffed them all by myself.
Sorry, MDH, missed your question. I'll go back. Oh, you want me to pronounce all that stuff?
What's that? So as Yunari are Drakari and Eldar together, if I keep the main colours throughout the army, I can include lighter colours on the Eldar and darker colours on the Drakari. Yeah, exactly. So let me just get the... so this is back to like a colour theory question. So if I get the colour chart back up again. So in amongst this, you have light and dark colours, warm and cold colours, yeah? So warm kind of signifies good and cold signifies evil. So if I get... here we go. Right. So in terms of reds, obviously you've got this one here, which is more of an orangey red, and this corn, which is more of a darker red. So in terms of the reds, oh no, there we go. In terms of the red scale, if you're going out to, you're getting darker, you're introducing more blue into there. That's more of a darker red. Going into the purples, that's very cold. So blue's a very cold colour, whereas like yellow is a very warm colour. Yellows and oranges are very warm colours. So in terms of your like colour spectrum, these are your colder colours round here, and these are your warmer colours. So your good guys will have a lot more yellows and reds in them. Even when we're talking about like your Raven Guard and your Black Templars and that sort of thing, you want to be having reds and yellows in there to give them like a warmer feel, even though it's a black as the main predominant colour. So in terms of your Yvari, I don't know, say you chose blue as your main colour. Yeah, your blue and yellow as your main colour. So these are our colour spectrums here. You're wanting to have light and warm blues and yellows for your good guys, and then darker blues and yellows for your bad guys. And then likewise in terms of your spot colours, your spot colours would be more on the red spectrum scale, so on the opposite side. And for the good guys, you're wanting to have all the warm colours, and then for the bad guys, you're wanting to have all the colder colours. So yeah, Mystic. So I'm talking about exactly the same thing there. So in terms of, I'll show you, right? So in terms of blues, okay, I'm just picking a couple of blues out here, yeah? So I'm picking all my blues out. Right, I've just picked up a set of blues. Yep. And if we have a look at these now, right, darker blue. That's a cool blue. Yeah. Put that there. This blue here, more of a warmer blue. Yeah. In terms of these two here, this is more of a colder blue. And then same again, this is more of a warmer blue. So if we look at these two here, yep, these are highlighted more with white and cream. So that's your cooler colours. So in terms of a complementary colour, let's flip that around. That would be your colour scheme. That's a cool colour scheme there, yeah? So you've got your McCrag blue. So McCrag blue is your base. Your rust grey as your layer. And then Screaming Skull as your highlight. That's a very cool colour scheme there. In terms of a lighter colour scheme on the blue scale, okay, so we've got Calidor Sky here, Ultramarine Blue, and that's probably a little bit too, that probably fits in with that one better than that does. Let's see. Nope, same again. Just try to find an even lighter version. What would you use? You'd use... Let me go for one of my other blues around here. Apologies, guys. Ah, yeah, got it. So if I was doing a warm blue, there we go. So this here is a very warm blue scale. Okay, so we've got Calidor Sky, Ultramarines Blue, and then this is Sky Blue here. And if we put that in contrast with these ones, they probably look all about the same, but I can guarantee you that this is more of a cool colour scheme here than that one there. This is going to give a lot warmer blue as opposed to this one, which is a colder blue. And this has got more more pure white in there. It's more of a bolder, richer colour, whereas this is more of a duller colour. It's got like lower levels of yellow in there and cream to bring out this scale. So that's the two different blue scales in there.
Jack Broder wants to know who's your favourite mini painting YouTuber. So yourself, obviously.
Yeah, me, of course. In terms of like inspirational stuff, probably Black Magic Crafts, to be fair. There's a lot of stuff in and around terrain. So Black Magic Crafts is my favourite YouTuber in terms of like modelling. Just does stuff differently rather than what's better, old Games Workshop paints or new Games Workshop paints. And it's like, how many people actually have access to the old Games Workshop paints? Look, I do, yeah, but I have a few. I can guarantee that you guys don't. So really, what use is what's better, old or new? It doesn't matter, because most, 90% of people don't have the old 1990s Games Workshop paints. It's irrelevant. So those sorts of YouTubers I don't tend to watch, but those who've got like really good hacks, hints and tips, those are the guys that I enjoy watching. How about you guys? What are your favourite YouTubers?
Froglane Studio.
Froglane Studio, of course, number one. Just popping my paints back real quick. Squidmar and me. Ah, thank you very much. Yeah, Squidmar's a good one. Although, having said that, it was Squidmar who I was talking about with the old G-Dub paints. I didn't like that one.
Jean says this guy named Froglane.
Squidmar, beat me to it. Yeah, exactly. DOW, I've not heard of them before.
Oh, Sir Frog from MDH. You've been knighted.
I have been knighted. Oh, MDH says it's just me. Do, 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 do. Oh, Pete the Wargamer as well. Yes, I only found about him recently, and he seems to have done some really cool stuff because Pete the Wargamer doesn't just do 40k; he does a whole range of things, which is pretty damn cool. Oh, Dawn of War, dude, cool. Thank you very much, MDH. Right, let's get back to it. So yeah. Maybe Frog Lane, he seems pretty chill, but not too much. Ah, thank you, Mystic. Yeah, definitely. Sam Lenz as well. Yes, definitely.
All the love.
So there's a lot of there are a lot of cool YouTubers out there. I just don't like the random videos. Those aren't my bag. But stuff that's got really good like hacks and hints that people may not necessarily have thought. Like for example, I mean, Miniac did that really good brush care tutorial, and then everybody else copied. Midwinter Minis, speaking of which, made his own wash. That was fantastic. But yeah, some of this like paint for 24 hours. It's like, I don't want to watch you paint for 24 hours. FLS, yes. I used to watch Mini Wargaming but a lot, but I haven't kept up since COVID. Yeah, he's doing. I mean, I still, don't get me wrong, I still keep up on what the other YouTubers are doing just to check. But yeah, the guys that I enjoy are like more the Serenas because they come up with useful and interesting hints and tips for us to follow. So yeah, Black Magic Crafts is my favourite one at this moment in time. But I watch a lot of YouTube, to be fair. I make a lot of YouTube, but I watch a lot of YouTube as well. So there's a whole range. Spy, you're a spy. No, I just want to be doing stuff that other people aren't doing.
We have a lack of ladies in this area of interest. Hello, I'm here.
I have one just over here. Mrs. Monkey, Nana Monkey, my mother-in-law, Mrs. Ritz. I said my wife over here. Mrs. Ritz as well. We have a fair amount. I love how the Pink Orc is featured.
See you in a bit, MDA.
Absolutely.
Kids go to sleep quickly.
Yeah, definitely, buddy, definitely.
I am already married, I'm afraid, Gigio.
Yeah. You're not going to meet your significant. Well, you never know. You might meet your significant other here. That would be amazing.
I met you online.
Yeah, our first Frog Lane.
Oh, we could have a Frog Lane marriage.
Exactly, that would be awesome.
I'll get more girls in the chat, guys. We
need some more girls in here.
Hitched.
We need some more girls in here. There's too many men. Too many men. Too many men. Too many men. Or something like that.
All the single ladies. All the single ladies. All the single ladies. All the single ladies.
I'll put your hands up. Cool. Okay. Speaking of new and interesting and exciting things, I'm off up to Warhammer World tomorrow to do our first recce since lockdown.
Frog Lane on tour.
And then after that, I've got a big meeting just over the other side of Nottingham with Warlord Games for my new charity thing that's going on. So big excitement for that. I can't wait. I'll be partnering with Warlord and also with the Royal British Legion as well, which is the guys over in the UK for you Americans. So the guys in the UK that look after armed services and provide financial and emotional support for them and their families. So I'll be raising a lot of money, hopefully, for them. Details will follow once I've had all the meetings and everything.
Jack Broder wants to know if you watch any sports.
I am a big American football fan, being British, of course. I'm a Packer backer. And I have been since I was about 8 or 9 years old. But I don't really watch like any other sports. I don't have time for sports, to be fair. I'm doing this most of the time. I'm big into my my Xbox games. that's what I do more than play sports. I'm not a very active person. The more chilled out it is, the better. Sorry, Ryan. Oh, bless. No, please, so cringe. What?
I think it was the.
Yeah, my rapping, or that lack thereof.
It was the bit of Beyonce. Was it? Was that Beyonce? No.
Single Ladies
J-Lo.
was Beyonce. Yeah.
I get them mixed up.
So I'm not really a massive sports guy, but American football I do follow. You expected him to say chess. Thanks.
Do you think he's a bit of a geek, Hunter?
Ouch.
I went to chess club at school.
Yeah. Mrs. Frog played more chess than I did. No, I'm big into my Xbox. We've got the release of Necromunda on the Xbox and the PlayStation coming out. So that's what I've been checking out today, is streaming that. So rather than streaming it for you guys on the hours sessions, I'm going to be making a video of that per week.
It was you, not me. I'm allowed to carry on singing.
Yeah, of course you are, because you can actually sing. I can't sing.
Well, let's play a game. Say a word and see if we can sing a song.
Let's not.
That'll be fun.
Maybe for F about Friday.
Well, we're coming to the end of the stream anyway.
Are we? Oh God, here we are. The hour's flown by. Does anybody have? Obviously, we're not shutting off just yet. So, does anybody have any more questions? Any more hobby tips and stuff? That they want me to cover before we disappear?
Can't think of a song with death in it.
We'll do the song requests on Friday with F about Friday.
Mr. Frog's being boring, guys.
I'm not being boring.
Down thumb, Mr. Frog. Just trying to keep myself awake, guys, that's all.
KFC.
A Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. A Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut.
There we go, she's beating you, Ryan.
Ferrari.
Okay, enough of that. Right, guys, if you can't think of any more modelling stuff, I'm going to...
How many times do you change your paint water in a single session? It lasts him for days.
Yeah, I don't generally tend to change it. But then I don't really tend to use my paint water. I more kind of just wash it out in my mouth. What I'll do is I'll give the brushes a good rinse. So at the end of every painting session, I'll give the brushes a really good clean. But whilst I'm like painting, I don't generally tend to use painting water. I know that sounds really bad and icky, but just don't need to. I don't put that much paint on the brush whereby I need to
Jack Roden,
wash it
better
out.
question, how much paint water do you drink every day? That's why he's got the separate mugs, so we know the difference between paint water and coffee. Hunter says, what do you guys think of Dark Tide?
Ooh, looking forward to it. We haven't actually done anything with it yet, but I'm looking forward to it anyway, to getting my teeth into it. How about you guys? Go, just finishing this off now.
Ryan says it looks amazing.
Yeah, man. So because we've literally just come off the back of all of the Indomitus stuff, I haven't really lifted my head up to look about for anything else for the past couple of weeks. So I've just been focused on the Indomitus and the, Space Marines and the Necrons. So I've not really even focused and looked on anything else. I'm looking forward to painting some of the AOS gangs, as well as what else am I looking forward to? So painting up some of the AOS gangs, and also looking at the new releases as well that are coming out. Those are the two things I'm going to be focusing on over the next couple of months with like Warhammer and Fantasy. Go. Not too shabby at all. Last little bit on
Ryan
this.
says, how about Iron Harvest? Have you heard about it? It's not 40k.
No. Pray tell, Iron Harvest. I'll have to have a look.
Welcome back, MDH.
Yay.
All the kids sleeping.
Let's wake them up.
Tell who's not a parent.
I have a doggle.
Doesn't quite count. He'd sleep through anything.
He doesn't sleep through
Ryan
fireworks.
says, watch the trailer, looks so good.
Okie dokie. I'll have to have a look after stream them.
Wake me up before you go, 'cause I'm not planning on going solo.
Okay, it's not F about Friday yet. Cool. Right, okay, boys and girls. I'm just about finished on this. So what we're going to do, we'll end the stream here for tonight. Sorry, MDH, I know you've just come back. But I will end the stream here. And then we'll pick this up again tomorrow. All right? Come prepared with questions tomorrow.
We've got a day
so
out.
I can help you guys out. Yeah, and I'll bring you guys fully up to speed in terms of I might even be able to share some photos and stuff. Instead of the slideshow that I've got of all the models directly above me, I'll put on the slideshow of Warhammer World and the stuff that's going on there, and we can have a little picture tour. But like when you were forced to watch your auntie's trip to Magaluf on the old video camera way back when. Don't know. Ryan, maybe you're too young for that.
Ryan's going to write a book of questions.
Fantastic.
Warhammer World, a lot of it's closed, so obviously due to Rona, so we're not going to be able to see everything that we would like to show you guys, but we'll.
Yeah, we can't go into the museum, but we'll show as much as we can. Yeah, gaming hall's closed, but we'll show as much as we can, and the same with Warlord as well, because I know that's brand shiny new to quite a few of you. So it'll be nice to be able to show you guys around there as well and show you the differences.
MDH is preparing rude questions. Wouldn't expect anything less from you, MDH.
That's just for you, MDH, because we're all friends here. Perfect. Okay, cool. Right, guys and girls, I'm going to love you and leave you, same as Mrs. Frog, and we will pick this up tomorrow. Cool, man.
See you all tomorrow.
Adios for now, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. When I can get this changed. There we go. See you later.